Friends, hello and welcome back. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. So our friend of the show, okay, maybe we've never talked, all right, it's possible, but for what it's worth, we did own 5 Movember Corey Perry's back in the day. If you know what Movembers are, you've been around for a little bit. Man, it's been a while, Movembers. That was a bit. Back when the auto upgrade, I miss Movember. Those are my favorite. I love Movember season. Nonetheless, Corey Perry, 2003 first round draft pick and picked 28th overall. This is a man that has been around the league for a while. He's now 37. He's played with Tampa, Montreal, Dallas a few seasons. He even played way back with Anaheim when there was the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Still I'm under Anaheim in this game, but the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim for one season. And we're going to see what happens if Corey Perry got to play with all of his friends throughout his entire career for just one season. Topping the top line, we have a teamu Selanne. Might have heard of him, pretty solid player. Stamkos, currently playing with him now. Nikita Kucherov, currently playing with him now. It just shows how good this Tampa Bay team is. Now, again, we're live, so this Kucherov, Stamkos, I don't know what they'll be in 10 years from now, but, you know, they have a really high overall now because of the team they're on, but they're also just studs and a half, so I feel like they're going to be that high of an overall even when they're alumni. Then you have Nick Suzuki when he was over in Montreal. Braden Point again, Tampa Bay. Joe Pavelski, very short stint with Joe Pavelski. You're going to pull up Joe's stats here real quick to make sure Dallas it was, okay. So he played a little bit with Dallas. Joe Pavelski, by the way, has been playing really good this season. So good for him. Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin. That's my guy. Sagan's still an 86. He's playing good this season. It's not going to show the upgrade. That'd be cool if we had live stats throughout the year or brought that up. So I guess you can't because it's franchise and it starts at the beginning of the year. But it'd still be kind of neat. Silverberg, Patrick Maroon, Anthony Cirelli, and then there is Corey Perry. Now listen. Yeah. I'm sorry, Selanne, but that's just how this is going to have to work. This is Corey Perry's team. You best believe he's playing on the first line. And you best believe, whoa, this is a fancy looking power play thing. This is how little we've been playing it this year, where I forgot all about the power play looking like this. And you best believe he's going to be on the first unit. You know what we're going to do? Do you get rid of Pronger? Do you do that to Pronger? I feel like that's disrespectful to Chris Pronger. Look at that defense, 6'6" and 6. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we're going to put Corey Perry at the right defense position. We got to get him in there. We got to get him in on the power play a little bit. There we go. So that'll work. That looks great. Defense. Victor Hedman. Scott Niedermayer. Stanley Cup winning with him. Chris Pronger. What a defense. Miro Heiskanen, Shea Theodore, and John Klingberg. If there's one thing we know a lot about with Anaheim, and it's funny because we only see, 2 of them here, is it seems like they are really good at bringing defensemen through the system. I think we have some scratch defensemen. Yeah, Fowler, Palmieri, Lindholm, the scratch players, but Lindholm, Fowler, a couple other solid players through Anaheim. Now the goaltending, do we not have that yet? Goaltending, we went John Gibson and Jaguar here. Now, the reason we did that was because I feel like you played a lot of years with these two guys. I know we could have went Vasilevsky. I know we could have went Carey Price, but I thought let's be a little bit more sentimental with it. I guess we could have put in Hiller. Let's be a little more sentimental with it. The early years, later years, guys he was playing with. So we went that direction with the goaltender. I thought, you know what, this team's pretty solid across the board. We don't have to go with the highest rated player as far as goaltenders are concerned. Let's do it. I mean, looking at it now, it's still ridiculous to me the goalies this guy played with. He played with Bishop. He played with Carey Price. He's played with Vasilevsky now. He played with Jaguar. He played with Brizgalov. You want to count him in there. Again, Hiller, Freddie Anderson, John Gibson. Some good players. Some very solid netminders, to say the very least. Anaheim, a team that I believe had about a 98 overall. Started the season 2-2, taking a little bit to build that chemistry. We don't want to dog on the man of the video, but you have to wonder what that 81 overall Corey Perry is going to do for this team on that first unit. We should have bumped Corey Perry's overall up. We're going to do this video in the future. I think I love doing this, bringing back all players of the past with a certain player. So if you guys have suggestions of a player you want to look at that's been on a lot of teams, or a player that maybe just been around in the league a long time, you want to see the team you can put together with him being on it throughout the years, love to hear your guys' suggestions. But, you know, if we get to a guy that's like 39, 40 low overall, should we pump their overall up a little bit? I mean, Corey Perry's a good player. Really good player. I mean, he's a little older now, low overall, but, you know, this is a solid 88, 89, 90 overall player back in his day. feel like we should give them a little bit more love. 27-7 are the Anaheim Ducks. Ducks playing some really good puck as expected, but they're a very beatable team. I was wondering if they'd be a beatable team. When you look at that defense, you look at that top six, like, who's going to beat these guys? That seems nasty. Corey Perry. How's everybody feel about a player like Corey Perry spent all them years with the Ducks? Like, is it a good thing? How do you feel about having a guy like that go and finish his final year in his career? He goes back and plays with the team he spent most of his career with. A farewell tour, if you will. I love that. I really do. I mean, obviously, and I think a lot of sports athletes in general, they're competitive people, so they're not going to do it. They're not going to go and play just to get that farewell tour if they're not up to par. But I obviously want to see them be, still relevant. You don't want to force them to be playing fourth line minutes and they shouldn't even be lacing them up or anything like that. So I definitely do think, they still got to be competitive, which Corey Perry right now has proven he can still be competitive, I think, which is, it'd be a good time to do, I guess. Anaheim, though, closing in on 55 wins on the season. Will they get it? They will. Did they get it? They come up one short. I was miscounting that. They had 54-55. They won the last two games. Tyler Seguin had a great season. Steven Stamkos led this team. They had 54 points this season. All right, so there was one short. Still, 3.49 goals for per game, 2.77 goals against. This offense was disgusting, to say the very least. 15% on the power play. A little weak on power play. That's all right, though. How'd Corey Perry and the boys do? Selanne, 72. Stamkos, 79. Interesting, this team had 3.49 goals per game. And not a single player over a point per game. When you have Stamkos, you have Selanne, you have Kucherov. Wow. Corey Perry. Buddy, that's all right. 22 goals, 26. Ain't bad. That's all right. That's all right. You're 37. We didn't give you a prime overall. 42 points. It's okay. It's all right. We're not going to harp on it. It's not a big deal. But look at these guys. Point 45. Seguin, 42. Now, some of these guys didn't play as much. I get that. But still. I mean, Corey Perry raked in a power play. 13 points on a power play. Pretty solid out of him there. How'd the net minding look? We went weak on the net minding. Still solid goaltenders, just low overalls in this video game. Well, not even really. I forgot Gibson is still a 90 in this game. 902 by 904 for these two goaltenders. 2.72 and 2.59. Anaheim, did they win the Presidents this season? I got a feeling it was 114 they did, and they have. Senators sim up just phenomenally in this game. Toronto 103, Tampa Bay 102. And it looks like the biggest threat doesn't even come until the 6th seed in Edmonton. The four of the top 5 teams in the league came out of the Eastern Conference. Here we go, though. Right now, walking all over the Los Angeles Kings in the first round. And I expect them to just keep on keeping on. Or not! Or not! Okay! What? What are you doing? Anaheim! Anaheim! Wow. 4 straight losses. How? To the LA Kings. You talk about an upset. The Stanley Cup winners on this team, the Hall of Famers on this team, all that playoff experience, and they couldn't get out of the first round. I'm a little shocked right now. I'm a little upset that we simmed it that quickly. I didn't expect to get bounced in the first round. We want a quick sim the last game. Edmonton's going to win the Stanley Cup. LA just, what a game. What a series. To go down 2-0 in a series, come back home, win the next 2, and then win 2 more after that. That's impressive. That's impressive and a little bit embarrassing for the Anaheim Ducks. Let's be completely honest here. Anaheim, here we go. Let's take a look, see if they won any awards. Art Ross went to Draisaitl. Hart went to Draisaitl. The Norris went to Tyson Barrie. Again, there wasn't a lot of high point producing players on this team, so not a big surprise there. Freddie Anderson went to Jennings and Vezina. Jack Adams went there. O'Reilly went to Selke. Selke went to O'Reilly. Lindsay got the Draisaitl over there. Maurice Richard went to McDavid. No hardware. No hardware for our Anaheim Ducks. A team that looks so dominant gets bounced in the first round. As for this video, as always, guys, I'd appreciate if you considered liking the video, subscribing. You never have to. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.